Welcome to TheoTRADE. Don Kaufman here, January 7th, 2026. 30 minutes to go. The cash close. The S&P is down some 20 points. Reality, the only real movement we've seen in this trading session, it's been like the last 20 minutes where we're starting to see some sell-side activity. So in today's session, it's been relatively quiet. Nevertheless, there are some absolutely manic rotations going on in this marketplace, and you need to see just that. Let's break that down and much more here, of course, on this TheoTRADE evening video. As I was saying, I'm zooming in over here, so the S&Ps are starting to see some sell-side activity. Nothing too crazy yet. Look, when the S&Ps are down 22, it's 0.3%. It's a rounding error at that point. Moreover, if you take a look at the SPX, the mother of all products, the marketplace kind of was grinding a little higher, obviously earlier this week on Monday, Tuesday. So this is really the first trading week of the year, so things got a little crazy. We kind of grinding a little bit higher, but this is all about, at this point, the upper edge of the expected move in the SPX. We hit the upper edge yesterday, and we've kind of been just ebbing and flowing right on. Again, I said the upper edge of the expected move. And let me put an exact number to that. It's 69.41. And again, that's SPX 69.41 is the upper edge of that expected move. So although we're coming off right now, we're still kind of, if you will, stuck in the middle with you. We're still kind of on, if you will, that upper edge of the expected move. But listen, okay, for right now, push all of that aside. Seriously, just push it aside. Don't even worry about the S&Ps. Don't even look at the NASDAQ. Really, what you got to focus in this marketplace is, and it really feels like out of nowhere, there's manic. I mean, really manic rotations. And I don't use that word lightly in reference to markets and movement. When I'm talking about manic rotations, the S&Ps kind of feel like they're stuck in the middle with you, because what we're getting is one sector exploding higher, another sector contracting substantially. And I want to show you exactly what that looks like, because you haven't really seen, okay, this kind of come to fruition in the S&Ps yet. But there is, again, huge movements underway. And right now, the stability it's been really some of the tech stocks. They're not feeling a huge amount of the rotation. So the broader marketplace is not yet being impacted. And I say not yet, but it does appear that we may be on the verge of some bigger volatility. Let me now describe exactly what I mean by kind of manic rotations in here. Let's start with a couple of the ETF products. And again, in no particular order, right? Look at the XHB, okay? It's a significant move, but when I say manic, I like to apply auto expected moves. And what the expected move is, it's like how the option marketplace is like handicapping forward risk, okay? The entire trading week, okay, of XHB, the move is supposed to be from, like, we'll say, like, it's literally like 104.55 to about 107. So the move is supposed to be relatively mitigated. Look at the size. It's an outsized move. Now this one, okay, I'm starting pretty mellow right now. This one hits the upper edge of the expected move today, okay, and just has an absolutely wicked reversal. And this move, okay, as you can see, is outsized versus most of the previous trading sessions. That, people, that's really nothing. Have you looked at the last couple of trading sessions? We'll cruise up to the financials, the XLF. The XLF, okay, this is what I'm referencing in terms of manic moves. Monday, we explode to the upside. By Tuesday, we're almost 2 standard deviations outside the expected move. Here we are on Wednesday. It's collapsing back down, right? And I know that, well, this is going on and it's Venezuela. Okay, yeah, makes absolutely no sense. Okay, no sense. The outsized movement, okay, it's not just here. As I said, we're seeing this, okay, in a ton of these sectors. Money right now, okay, is on the move in a big way. So we talked about, again, a couple of the ETFs. Let's move down the list of the usual suspects. Okay, XLU. Yeah, you got a good explanation for this one? Because everybody's looking for like reasons behind it. And I'm going to tell you right now, okay, and I've been saying it, this is kind of the theme right now for 2026. We're moving at 180 miles an hour, and we cannot see 5 feet in front of us in this marketplace. You don't believe that? Yeah, go look at the XLU. What is it? The utilities collapsing in price. It's a full-fledged 2 standard deviation move. You got no reasoning behind it. You don't need any. It's a sign, okay? You better pay attention. Why? Okay? Because it's just a manic rotation. Money's not comfortable right now, trying to seek a home, and it's not finding one. Take a look at the XLV. This is healthcare. I know there's reasons behind every move. There's no reason behind. This thing actually hit over a 2 standard deviation move to the upside and has reverted back down. Okay. And people, it just goes from there. XLP. Okay. XLP is talking about consumer staples. Check this out. Lower edge of the expected move. In fact, okay, when I started looking at this, started digging in, Jeff Bierman was bringing this to my attention. Okay. Like General Mills. Who cares about General Mills? You'll care right now. This thing is actually, I mean, yeah, 3 standard deviation kind of movement that you're seeing the last couple of trading sessions. Even better than that, you had me looking at Kroger. Take a look at Kroger. Okay. Again, no rhyme, no reason. They're getting annihilated right now. Huge movement. Okay. And the rotations, they just go from there. Then you're looking at something like XRT. Okay. And a lot of these are within, retail. XRT, this thing actually clipped, all right, literally its all-time high today. If you look at expected moves, we are out there, loving every minute of it, okay? Outside, like, moves are kind of the name of the game right now. And there isn't, as I said, there isn't a lot of explanation kind of behind it. Overall, the markets themselves have maintained, like, they're relatively quiet. And I know, like, no, man, we rallied huge this week, okay? We rallied exactly what we're supposed to. All right, there's an $82 expected move this week. We hit the $82 expected move, came outside of it. We're, pulling back a little bit right now. We're threatening. In fact, we've kind of maybe broke off this upper edge of the expected move and seeing some sell side activity. Okay, but from where I sit right now, there's no easy explanations for those moves other than, okay, strap in. We're about to see some pretty significant volatility. And the real underpinnings of it over here is, possibly like the AI, the tech trade, it's just not there right now. It's not carrying the market. NVIDIA is completely and totally flat. Okay. Meta, it's completely and totally flat. Tesla, okay. Some sell side activity, but nothing today. Okay. Google, completely and totally flat. Yeah, it's sitting at or near all-time highs, but this is no longer, okay, carrying markets. So what we're seeing in these rotations right now, okay, is just that, but they're manic. And what you have to look for in the days to come is it going to start to spread into tech? Well, for that, I'm also going to take you, okay, last but definitely not least, into, of course, the advanced decline line. So I like to look at the S&P 100. The advanced decline line day in and day out, been near 50-50. This is a fairly negative advanced decline line, but we're not home yet. And what's kind of holding markets together right now, it is tech, okay? It is, in fact, tech. One of the signs that some bigger volatility, okay, could also be forthcoming. This is pretty much the most negative, okay, or positive for that matter, advanced decline line that we've seen in weeks. I mean, one of the arguments that I have over here is this marketplace, even though we're, hitting highs over here, the 30-day 1-hour chart, okay, I'm going to come over here and contract adjust it. The 30-day 1-hour chart, okay, still screams what? We've traded 68.50 basically to 69.50, okay, and we've been in that range since late, okay, that's right, late November to present time. All that trade has happened in an incredibly tight range. So we're pulling back right now. Be really interesting to see us pull back maybe overnight right into the 69.50 range back in the S&Ps, but we're still stuck in the middle with you. But again, change is afoot right now. As I said, manic moves. A lot of trading opportunities are starting to open up. I'm not even worried about earnings kicking off late next week because I just don't think this marketplace is going to hold it together that long. Okay, eyes and all eyes right here on these financials tomorrow. You see some more sell side activity in here. It's going to start to bleed through the rest of the marketplace. The other aspect really worth kind of mentioning, and the final thought I'll give you here is volatility. It's finally starting to pick its head up off the mat. Volatility has been dead, hasn't done anything. And just in the last like few minutes, you're starting to see vol pick up. Whatever's going on, and again, I kind of glossed over. I'm like, whatever. It's a 0.3% move. You're right. It is a very meager move, but volatility is starting to finally react to it. So again, manic moves in an otherwise quiet market. Okay, could be infectious to later in the week. Thanks everybody for joining us here at TheoTRADE. Have a wonderful evening. Bye-bye.